FabFilter Pro Q3 is a multi-award winning pro audio equalizer, and for good reason. Its cutting-edge interface, coupled with world-class EQ processing, has changed the industry and how many people now control tone in their everyday workflow. And some new features here in Pro Q version 3 include new optional dynamic EQ mode, improved EQ match features, improved spectrum grab, full surround sound support, and even new multi-band mid-side left-right processing, just to name a few. So let's get started. Here we have Pro Q3 on my drum bus. As you can see, the interface is really intuitive and just gorgeous. What we're looking at here is the graphical display and all the different bands that you can now create to literally take control of your tone. At the top, we have undo, redo, lots of great presets to help get you started. You've got help, your metering here on the right-hand side, MIDI learn, our phase modes from 0, natural, and linear phase, and our analyzer mode, which we'll get into more in just a little bit. So why don't we dive right in and actually start doing some work here. Notice I have a stereo overhead track right here that we're going to clean up using Pro Q3. Now we've got a clean slate. What I think I'm going to do is create a node here in the end. We'll do a high pass. And what I'm going to do is, because this is a stereo track, I'm going to actually process just the sides right here. I'm going to choose side to take some of the low end energy out of the left and right and leave it more in the centered. And it's as easy as that. Now with the audio playing back, we can adjust the frequency here. There we go. And you stop when it sounds good. So I've basically taken out some of the kick energy a little bit more out of the left and right field. Might help to use headphones when we're referencing this. Now, as I mentioned before, the spectrum grab feature, which I've always loved, has been new and improved. And to access that, all you have to do is hover here on the real-time spectral display. And see how the frequencies begin to freeze? And you can selectively choose what frequency you want to begin editing at any time. Let's say we had a little bit too bright here in the cymbals. There we go. I could create a node right there. Now we can begin editing just that area where those frequencies were. We could start by selecting a different shape. How about a high shelf? And we could move it around still in real time. And of course, adjust the gain. Just a little bit goes a long way sometimes. And it's as easy as that. You could disable or enable that node. You could select just to listen to what's being edited with the listen button. You could also delete and change the shape from within the node itself. Hopefully beginning to see why Pro Q3 here is so intuitive and easy to use, just to get results fast and easy, because it's all about workflow. We did quite a bit here already. Let's move on to our bass guitar. Let's bring our drums totally in with and let's just listen to the drums first. And you can see that I'm using a preset called Mud Control in Magic, and you'll find that right here, right there. Now, why don't we go to default setting? And here's without any bus processing from Pro Q3 on our drums. Because I wanted to quickly show you another new feature that I love. Right here in about the middle, I'm going to create a node, and you do this by double clicking, and you could create as many as you want. But this node here that we made in the center, why don't we create a flat tilt? And we could activate that node. and deactivate it here. Make things sound a little brighter or a little warmer. Really pretty cool, huh? And you can adjust the frequency and move it around to really tone shape your audio. And as I mentioned before, a little goes a long way. Now, to remove a node, I could select it and just choose the X right from within it there. And if you want to select a preset like I did before, just come from the menu up here available and choose your favorite preset. And as I said, it just looks absolutely beautiful. Now let's bring our bass guitar in and let's have a little bit of fun. Why don't we do some side chaining? That's a real popular and common technique in audio. And what I want to do is come down to the analyzer, and you can see that we have literally every track that Pro Q3 by FabFilter is on is communicating and sending energy here. As I'm playing the bass guitar, I can overlay the information from Pro Q3 from another track on top of the track that we're listening to, the bass guitar. Gives you overheads. The red line would indicate the drum bus now, and this would be the mains. So let's go to our kick out. And you can see the red hazy line here. That represents where there's possible masking going on between those two instruments. Now what we could do here, and this is going to be different on your DAW of choice, but in Studio One it's pretty easy. You could turn your sidechain on and choose which instrument we want to reference from. For example, our kick out mic. Now we're going to be sidechaining our kick out mic here to affect the node that we're going to create right here. And this node was about where that masking was occurring, about maybe there. See that? And we can make this node dynamic. On the outer ring here in the dynamic, right here, we can now take this. We could do expansion or compression. We want to compress a little bit, and I'm going to adjust my Q just a little bit now too. So we side-chained, as easy as that, the kick out microphone here into the bass guitar. And using the analyzer, we can now see the kick out mic frequency relative to the bass guitar. And it's all happening in real time. It's easy as that. And there you have it. That's just a quick look into FabFilter Pro Q3 and a couple